we're going to move right into the golden cones now. I don't know how this happens technologically, but I feel like it's going to happen. So you guys know about the golden cones. This is your opportunity to get up here and share a best practice. Last golden cones, I got up here, I got a little emotional. I think I almost cried for a second. That was really cool. Just talking about how, how much this community has meant to me, means to me. I was a member of this community for 8 years before coming over to this side. I definitely had some not very great things happen in my life over the last several years. And this community really kind of, picked me up, embraced me. I even ended up working on the other side of the house. So I do have a big heart for all this. And I feel like the golden cones is one of those opportunities we have here to give back in a way and share some knowledge. We have all this great accountability in these groups. The other impact and effect we have in the peer community is the mastermind effect, which is a little different than just the accountability. The way I think about it is somebody's got to hold you accountable, but that synergy you get when you're in your groups and you have a problem and somebody says, oh, I experienced that last year and this is what I did, that's the mastermind effect. And the golden cones are the chance for you to give a little of that back. And it doesn't have to be earth-shattering, just some best practice or something that you know that you could share that could help others in the room. And it's amazing how consistently people bring tremendous ideas here. So I don't know what's going on here, but eventually we will be able to click something that works. And in that time that we are waiting to warm up for that, we will introduce our first golden cone person. This man hit our universe here, I would say, our community, and just like took off like a rocket. He kind of hurdled all the early memberships and just moved on up, and he set goals. I'm going to make $1 million, and I'm going to do this thing next, and I'm going to do this thing next, and he keeps doing it. This is his second time presenting for a golden cone. Last time he talked about Plod and changed my life. So here he is to talk about exceptional customer service. Let's hear it for Jason Brooks.
Let's be honest, IT support isn't exactly sexy. No one's walking into work saying, man, I hope I get to open up a help desk ticket today. It can be dangerously easy to be labeled just another vendor. Exceptional service is about building trust, loyalty, and experiences so remarkable they stick. Today I'm going to be talking about 3 simple but powerful ways to provide exceptional customer service. All things I learned by recently becoming world-class customer experience trained. Rob was just talking about that earlier. One thing I want you to remember today, service is what they pay for, experience is why they stay. The first item on the agenda, the signature experience. It's that one unique, consistent thing that makes your clients say, oh yeah, that's the Beanstalk team. It's brandable, repeatable, and memorable. Think about things like Disney's cast members, Chick-fil-A's My Pleasure, or Ritz-Carlton's obsession with exceptional service. People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Raise your hands if you think candy could be a marketing tool. Could candy make your clients feel better about you, your texts, your service, and maybe even your invoice? Hell freaking yes, it can. Candy taps into something deep and familiar. Think about back to when you were 5 years old and you went into the doctor's office and you got a lollipop. Or maybe your grandma gave you a little piece of candy out of her purse. It brings you back to something safe, warm, and trusting. And it gives you a dopamine hit. We're going to borrow that emotional shortcut by making our signature experience jelly beans. I mean, come on, Beanstalk Computing, jelly beans, that's not just branding, it's destiny. It's fun, it's quirky, and it's unforgettable. We hand these out when we're on-site with clients, at trade shows, in our shock and awe boxes, and when meeting with new clients. and people talk about it, they post it, they share it. The other day, I was on site with a client and handing out jelly beans while I was there. The very next day, I got an email from one of the employees that says, "Seriously appreciate all that you do. More jelly beans, please." All right, time to wake up and pay attention or risk getting hit in the dome by a bag of beans. What are some things you might say when on site with a client? Beans from Beanstalk Computing. A little bean of our appreciation. We're spilling the beans on great customer service. From our stock to your stack. Thanks for going with us. Bean there, fix that. Remember, service is what they pay for. Experience is why they stay. The second thing on the agenda is your always and nevers. What are your always and nevers? Your line in the sand, your non-negotiable, the rules you live by. Every client, every time, no exceptions. Your always and nevers are how you train your team, build your brand, and wow your clients. We've developed about a dozen always and nevers at Beanstalk, but today I'm going to go over 3 of them. Starting with a never, thanks to the Saturday Night Live skit, Nick Burns.
The computer guy, he'll fix your computer, then he's gonna make fun of you. 'Cause he's Nick Burns, your company's computer guy.
Hey, Nick. My laptop is messed up. I was sending a file, and it froze. You guys gonna help me?
Show me what you're doing.
Well, I was trying to save it, so I downloaded it, right? And then I pushed this button, and then it just froze on me.
Yeah, move!
Instead of barking, "Move," which makes you sound like a jerk on a caffeine bender, we always say, "Would it be all right if I take control?" This may seem obvious, but you want to be polite and professional, because world-class service isn't just about what you do, it's about how you make people feel in the process. Picture this. You walk into a doctor's office with this nasty rash on your back. The doctor looks at you, then at the rash, then back at you and says, "I've never seen anything like this before." That's probably not going to instill a vote of confidence in the doctor's abilities. And you're probably going to be worried and maybe a little panicked. Am I going to be okay? Is this thing going to kill me? Well, it's the exact same with computer support. Instead, we always say, "Let me take a closer look. I'll get this figured out for you." Or, "This issue seems a bit complex. Give me a few minutes to review." It's about being supportive, feeling confident, and showing confidence. You ever walk into a client's office and the tech walks by like they're practicing stealth mode from a video game? Just glide right past you. No eye contact, no smile, not even a grunt. Well, the 15-5 rule fixes that. At 15 feet, make eye contact and smile. Let them know you're not just a robot there to plug in a printer. And at 5 feet, actually say something. It makes your team memorable, likable, and approachable. And in the service business, that's gold. Memorable service starts with memorable words. Here's some examples. Good afternoon. How was the weekend in Big Bear? How are the kids, Jeff and Sam? Here to spread joy, maybe fix a printer or two. Who's ready for faster Wi-Fi? What a beautiful day to reboot something together. Remember, service is what they pay for. Experience is why they stay. The third and final thing I want to talk is what Robin Robbins calls the serendipitous gift. You see, everyone gets gifts during the holidays, and you know what that means? Your thoughtful gift gets lost in a tsunami of popcorn tins and cheese baskets. When you drop a surprise, it lands like a thunderbolt. That's how you get remembered. We develop gifts around the anniversary of our clients with small gifts at 6 months and large gifts at 1, 3, and 5 years. One of those gifts are cupcakes. Cupcakes aren't just dessert, they're edible branding. They're frosted covered symbols of partnership. We slap our logo on one cupcake, theirs on the other, and box it all up. And when we do that, we're saying, we're in this together. We're a team. We've got your back. And we're celebrating this partnership together. So this is what Robin was talking about all morning. You want them to remember you when the next vendor slides in with a lower price. Make sure your logo is the one they remember licking off their fingers. And this is where it gets next level. When you roll out those cupcakes, you don't just drop and dash. You gather the team, call everyone over and say, hey, take a break, grab a cupcake. Let's enjoy this together. It becomes a shared experience, a morale boost, and a memory. At the last boot camp, I'm walking by the Crew booth, and I see this machete thing on the table. I'm thinking, did someone misplace a weapon in the expo hall? Turns out it's not for chopping wood, it's a badass pizza cutter. Now, I could go into this whole spiel about CSAT, Crew, client happiness, but let's be real. I wanted the blade. The people at the booth said, bring 3 people over, and you get one of these. Not only did I snag one of these badass pizza cutters, I hunted down the vendor. Now we're handing them out to our customers, customized with either the owner's name or the team name. Then we combine that with a pizza party. We'd order the pizza uncut on purpose. Why? Because the business owner gets to be the hero. We hand them the custom cutter with their name on it and say, you built this team, now slice the reward. It bonds the team, lifts morale, and plants a flag in their memory with our name on it. You're not just selling IT anymore, you're selling legacy moments. A few weeks later, I walk into my client's office, and that very cutter is mounted in their lunchroom. Then the owner walks up to me, gives me a hug, and says, in 34 years, I have never gotten anything this thoughtful and unique from a partner. Now that's how you create a signature moment. A thoughtful, creative, fun experience that made them feel seen, appreciated, and excited to work with us. Service is what they pay for. Experience is why they stay. But this isn't about me and what I've done with my company's service. This is about you and your business and how customer service matters to the people that you're serving. The reason I'm so passionate about this is because implementing this mindset has completely transformed my business, my health, my family, my relationship, and my happiness. So what's the one thing you're going to do today to improve your customer service? It could be creating your own signature experience like our jelly beans, or maybe developing your always and nevers or serendipitous gift. But ultimately, what your step one should be is talk to Debbie Bush in the back and sign up for the world-class customer service program. Big growth theories, can I have you please stand up? This is the Producers Club Accountability Group of the Quarter. If you didn't get some jelly beans, we got plenty more at the table. Come back and say hi to us there. And remember, vote for the guy who doesn't just think big, he is big. Jason Brooks with Beanstalk Computing. Thanks, Rob.
Phew. That was great. Everybody survived the jelly beans? I was just sitting back there thinking, I'm glad you didn't decide to throw out the pizza cutters. It's not cool.